Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. Also from me, a very good afternoon.
And we are coming to you live from the CTV studios. And we are at the Grand Champions Polo Club field number 4 today for our first game in the 2023 Top Pony 12 Goal.
We are indeed looking forward to this very much indeed. I've got this going on, of course, whilst we've got the other 12 goal, which we had the second semi-final of the National 50,000. That was a very interesting game earlier on. The final, of course, of that will be announced. But now let's go to this pairing. We've got Novo Polo with Baljeet Sierra at number 1. Coming in off -1s, Evan White Jr. at 1 goal. Santiago Javajol, the 5-goaler, at number 3. And Pedro Falabella, who, of course, is also a WPLer, where he will play off his highest handicap, of course, which is 7. That is not applicable here at the top pony. He will be playing by his American handicap, which is 6. So that team Novo Polo coming in at 11 goals. Quite on Z with the young lady from Brazil, Alessia Zeidler, at number 1, playing off -1. Then the very strong, I like to call him the Axl Rose of modern polo, Joseph Schwartz, coming in at number 2 of a 1-goal player. And then our dear friend Stuart, they call him Sugar Erskine from South Africa, at 6 goals. And, of course, Jason Crowder, the man who likes to switch his helmets, as long as he doesn't switch his boots, then puts the right one on the left foot and the left one on the right foot.
Yeah, he said he had some new... He was going to do some changing for you today. I saw him last night, so be prepared.
I will be.
Well, we classified the helmets. He definitely said he feels, like when he wants to score some goals, he switches the helmet up a little bit. So he said it all depends on his energies, but should be a good start here. And, it looks like we have our mount officials out there.
Yeah, I was just going to mention those. They are, of course, Esteban Ferrari, and from England, Roddy Matthews, as always, in the IRO seat, our third man, the one and only Steve Lane. Now, don't be surprised while you are seeing Quite on Z in the dark trousers. The tournament committee has approved that. So this team, they do like to come out in different coloured trousers. You can see the dark jeans being worn there by the team Quite on Z, who are in the yellow and I believe a little bit of white or lime green on the sides, and Novo Polo in the black and white. Here we go then, balls in play for the first of our 6 chuckers.
Yeah, I like the style of the different colored pants, which is great. And I love the tournament committee open that up to all the teams. So it should be fun watching the Quite on Z team play. We've watched Alessia Zeidler play this season and been very competitive with the Quite on Z team. And, of course, Novo Polo with Baljeet Sierra and his crew there with Evan, Santiago, and Pedro. And Pedro also playing in the World Polo League and doing a fabulous job there. So it should be a very, very tight game. Both teams line out very well. On the far side, they're going to go ahead and get them out running here early, and that's going to be Javajol. And Santiago has had a very strong season, very good with the polo ball. He will run his team from that number 3 position with Pedro at the 4. They go back and forth. Here's the give and go. They're going to look like Evan's going to come through. Good play by Sugar. Oh, they come together there and you get our first whistle of the day.
Yeah, again, talking about that window, Dale, looks like that window was very much on its way of being shut. Here we can see the replay on your screen. Again, coming down the line, Falabella. And, yeah, ever so slightly there.
Yeah. Come across a little bit after the play. You can see that Falabella. That's that give and go that we use. He hits off the end line to Javajol. Santiago shuts it down, and then Falabella comes flying through. And good play here by Evan White. Evan also playing in the high goal with Pedro, so they know each other very well. Evan, he's a workaholic, we call it. He gets up in the front. He is always busy up there and has done a fabulous job this year playing. And he just let Falabella run by him there. And we get the open goal penalty, too. No problem for Santiago.
So, Javajol picking up the first goal of this tournament, of this match. And what a beautiful afternoon we are experiencing here at Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 4. If you've just joined us, a warm welcome. You haven't missed too much. About a minute and a half nearly played in this first chucker. Novo Polo, of course, against Quite on Z. And we'll tell you a little bit about this tournament. There are 4 teams that have entered this year. The first of the 2 you can see out there. The other 2 are, of course, Dracarys and Global Port, and they will, of course, be playing very soon here also on CTV Sports. Here we go, and then back to the centre they come. A throw-in, and we are clicking the clock down to coming up to 5.5 minutes played, or left to play here in the first chukker.
Erskine's going to pick up the loose ball, or you can say a broken play here, as it looked like Falabella had the opportunity to back that one out of there. Right here. Hey, Joe, I don't know what happened. Oh, just a little mishit. And Alessia right there to the right side, but Sugar has a clear path to the goal there. It's good seeing Erskine here back as Sugar's been here ready to play. He actually filled in on the Audi team. If you remember, Frederick Mannix had a little spill, and so Sugar filled in there, but he has been ready to go, practicing, getting all the horses ready. So he should be tuned up here. And, of course, Jason playing in the 6th goal. And our Madeline Bordeaux 6th goal over at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. They played the other day. Played very well, their Brookfield team. And so we'll see how their combination. Oh, Sierra on the run. Beijing's going to have an opportunity here inside the 16. Oh, that's a nice little play. Wow.
Unlucky.
Nice attempt.
Yeah, very unlucky. He tried to just steer it in there at the last second. Very unlucky not to have a little bit more pace on that ball. But, yeah, very solid of -1, Baljeet Sierra. And I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot more of him throughout this game. Here we go. They're not wasting any time. And you can see a mallet in the air by Evan White Jr. Clearly, the umpires thought that window was still open wide enough. So no need to blow on that one. As Falabella will pick up this ball, turns it around very nicely. And we know what a strong hitter he is. There is that ball straight down the halfway line, looking and finding Javajol. He just takes the pace out a little bit. He's got a man out on his right. That will be Falabella. Well, if you snooze, you lose. And Sugar Erskine, well, he won't need a written invitation to pick up any kind of loose ball. Coming up
Sugar,
to the...
putting the pace up.
Yeah, certainly.
I like it.
Picks it up over on the far side. He's got a man on. This is good defensive play by... Novo Polo. Once again, Javajol on the move. A half volley, nicely taken. Pointing it over to the right-hand side, which might suggest he wants to play it somewhere. Oops, that's gone up in the air. Tried to send that back by Jason Crowder. Didn't get a piece of it. Now maybe Evan White can get a piece of this. He'll leave that one behind for Javajol. Can he get an under the neck shot in? He did, but there was a deflection and it went off someone's horse and over the back line.
Yeah, so nice attempt there. Or actually, first 4 minutes here, the Novo Polo keeping the pressure on, quite on Z. But I like the way Erskine has come into this game. He's come in and raised the level of speed. Remember, Sugar, he likes to play at a fast pace. And is very comfortable at a fast pace. So he will, I like that game plan, to see if they keep that energy rolling here. We know that Joseph likes to play at a fast pace. Schwartz and Jason, he's a runner and gunner. Alessia Zeiler, she likes getting in there. She's had a lot of fun out there. And I told you, early in the season this year, we have the Polo School, which is in session. And we've been doing our lessons at the Santa Rita Polo Farm and Alessia. And she was out there working out every night with Leon Swanky. She was playing with Swanky back in January, and she was out there every night. And so her horses should be really fit and ready to go here now in March. And this is when all the polo goes to the high levels. It doesn't matter if it's 6 goal or 26 goal. All the four-legged athletes are ready to go and in peak performance by March. And so this should pick the pace up here in all of our leagues. Turned around the corner, Falabella leaves it for Evan White, the give and go. Pedro by himself, inside the 40. Nice try there by Joseph. Oh, and Jason Crowder on the doorsteps, going to find Erskine, and he'll run the corner.
Yeah, that was great play. Also the attempt there by Joseph Schwartz to try and... just to stop that from going through. But Erskine absolutely dialed in, as you would say, Dale. Look, he's still on the move here, taking his team, Novo Polo, deep into the territory now of... I beg your pardon, taking Quite on Z deep into the territory of Novo Polo that way round. And that one went through. Let's look at this once again. Erskine here. Nice pass across. He's got Alessia coming down the line, but I don't think there's no need for anyone to do anything. So what a great run. How do you call that, Dale?
That's coast to coast like butter on toast at the highest level there. And what a defensive stand, though. Joseph went in on Falabella.
Yep.
That gave Crowder the opportunity to come in and save it on the doorstep. And Sugar is doing exactly what he did at the beginning of the Sugar. He did not skip a beat. He took the turn, he ran that turn, and once he got on front, Alessia was there if he needed her. And she put herself in a nice spot and just an amazing finish there by Sugar. He just had to escort that ball across the line.
So down to the last minute and a half, 90 seconds left to play in what has been a very exciting and open chukker here. Very little in the form of fouls or whistles. Crowder over on the far side. And that ball again just finding, oh, wow, I mean, I'd like to see that one again. How he got a piece of that with the number 3, Santiago Javajol, working the ball coming up in front of the goal mouth. He's got Crowder on his stick side, and then a deflection, and then cool as a cucumber, a little tail shot there. Well played, Santiago Javajol.
Yeah, que golazo, Javajol. That ball was stuck right there kind of in the middle. Almost looked a little neutral there, in between all the horses. He went for the one shot. It came off the pony, and as you said, just stayed very controlled there and finishes with that little sweet little tail shot.
Back to the halfway line. The ball's in play once again. Javajol, might he get a hat-trick here early on in this first chukker? Joseph Schwartz. Now, let's talk a little bit about Joseph Schwartz, Dale, a young rising star that I think we've seen him play in the PTF. We've seen him play in several tournaments here. And a real worker. Gets involved wherever he can. Also is obviously developing a real sense of the play here. And it's great to see him now also take part here in the Top Pony 12 goal.
Yeah, you won't lack any energy on both of these teams. It should be a fun game to watch as everybody works so hard. On the move right here as they click down to the final 4 seconds. They might get the opportunity or just a few more yards. Evan's going to go ahead and hit one, and they're going to leave it probably right there. He might get an opportunity. Yeah, time's going to run out. So 2-2 after our first chukker. Great chukker by both teams coming out here in our 2023 Top Pony 12 goal. We'll be right back on CTV Sports.
Something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day, and the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Good afternoon and welcome back to our second chukker play here in the 2023 Top Pony 12 goal. 2-2, Novo and Quaironzi, Yan.
And only 2 gentlemen out there having scored, both obviously twice with 2-2. Santiago Javajol converting a penalty 2 and a goal out of regular play. And on the other side for Quaironzi, Sugar Erskine also with one great run from one end of the field to the other, and also a second goal out of play. And that is how they left the field at the end of that first chukker. So 2 goals apiece in this, the opening match of the Top Pony 12-goal 2023. And we were talking about Joseph Schwartz just a few moments ago. I know there is a young lady watching this game, always very much tuned in to CTV Sports. Great to have you this afternoon. And with that, I'd like to welcome Gudrun Bolt. Gudrun Bolt is the grandmother of Joseph Schwartz.
Oh, wow.
And she's always very keen to watch her grandson play, of course, as he is here this afternoon. That, of course,
Very cool. That's nice. Yeah. Welcome. And he's been playing very well, so she should be very happy about that. And remember, if you just tuned in, we got Novo with Beijing Sierra, Evan White, Santiago Javajol, and Pedro Valabella. They're in the black jerseys with the white sleeves there, and Quite on Z, Lesia Zeiler, Joseph Schwartz, Sugar Urson, and Jace Crowder, and they are in the white jerseys today with the black pants, as that is a tournament condition, as you may wear black or white pants in your tournament games. And here we go, 2-2.
And on the move once again, taking it down towards the west end of the field. Have I got that right, Dale? East to west this field?
You got it. Running east and west this field. And look at that. Joseph Schwartz, that'll make his grandmother proud.
Yeah.
Picks that one up on his near side. And not an easy goal right here. Watch this. He wins his man. Evan White in good position here. But you see exactly how he is getting better every chukker. Watch how he hits this ball to the inside. Really cuts it to the left. There you go. That way, if Evan bumps him here or rides him off, it pushes him towards the ball, and that is a super near side neck shot. Probably the toughest shot in the game of polo.
Absolutely. That was textbook. So puts his team back in the lead. But now we've got a run on goal here by Baljit Sierra. Now we know that he's a very talented player as well. Slightly overtopped that one, but he corrects himself really well. He puts it. Oh, did you see that?
Yes,
a millionaire shot, if I think, under the belly of the pony.
Yes.
Game
well done,
yeah.
Baljit Sierra. That's an awesome play. And you know what? Alessia was right there on the gray mare. I thought she might get the hook early. He takes that one out of the air. Little cut shot back to the center, and then finish with the belly shot.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Yeah.
Great goal, and but Alessia was right in there too. So riding well, very well, keeping the pressure on.
Cracking goal.
And gets a high flag.
Yeah, cracking goal here by Baljit Sierra. So 3 goals apiece. And looks like the team in the black shirts, once again, Novo Polo, have won the throw. And this time it's the turn of Pedro Falabella. Sends another ball up to Sierra. Sierra's going to like this. 2 back-to-back goals here from the number 1 play. He must be jubilant all over. Yeah,
loving the bay mare, or the blay mare, this dark bay mare. And again, Lesia coming in on the gray mare, trying to get their nice pass by Pedro Falabella. That is a pretty pass. Leaves it right inside the 30-yard line. Picture perfect pass for the number 1. Baljit gets out in front, has his mallet low. Well done. Keeps the head of the mallet low there. Doesn't need to have a full swing just in case that ball pops up on him. And a good finish.
So 4 goals to 3 then in favour of Novo Polo. Well, they're coming in fast and furious here. Now, a little over 4 minutes to play, 4:12 to be exact as the ball is thrown into play. They've won it again. This time it'll be Javajol, and he seems to have a lot of space for himself as well. Calm, cool, very collected. Now he's got Crowder behind him. And Crowder, yeah. Now, did he get a piece of that ball or not?
Yeah, I think you're going to get a safety out of this. Looked like Jason was trying to save that one, but maybe hit it a bit too hard. It goes over the end line. And I think you're going to get a safety. We'll make sure it didn't go off a horse or touch. Or, yeah, they'll go and bring it out. It looks like umpire Rodney Matthews right there. So the penalty 6. And for any of our new viewers or new sponsors, players in the game of polo, like in the game of soccer when the defending team hits it over their own end line, we give a corner kick. And actually in Argentina, they do call it a corner. But it is a safety. But you're going to use a courtesy change here before they hit the safety. They bring the ball out to the 60-yard mark, no further than 40 yards from the center based on one approach, one hit at the ball on any of the penalty shots. So that ball looked like it was just right around the 20, 30, or 40-yard area, so they'll bring it out. And we will get our courtesy change right now. A good shot of sugar Erskine right there, switching over onto his fresh mount. And Sierra right there, Novo, number 1. Got a lot done on the bay pony right there. Pretty horse, very strong. Look at the hind end on that one. Very built, very stocky. There's only so many good four-legged athletes on the field these days. Just amazing how the game of polo has gone to such a high level. Horse being 75% of the game, most players will tell you. A few other players might even tell you more than that. But definitely when they get on the good ones, it makes a difference. Or their top ponies. Good shot there, Jason Crowder. Big shout out to his family as they were all down here. Mom, Dad, Sister Whitney, and Jason having a good season. Very strong in the 6th goal the other day. Captained his team to a high level. And playing in the 6 and the 12, Jason Crowder. And, last year's winners, Beverly Polo. What a team it was. You remember that? Will Bauhaus, Lario Fagettis, Keko Magrini, and Lucio Ocampo. And they rallied in the 5th chukker to knock off Quite on Z. So Alessia trying to get back to the final. Here is Eiler. She played with Leon Schwenke, Felipe Versalino, and Jose Marilanes. And, it was a 10-8 game. So a very close game. Looks like the most valuable player, scoring 5 goals in the game, Tolito. He was the Ocampo MVP. Looks like we had everybody back here, and it's going to be Javajol to do the honors here on the penalty 6. 60-yard penalty shot. Pretty looking chestnut he's riding. And just off to the right side there. And as you can see, the wind's still blowing a little bit from the northeast, Jan. So those flags, the World Polo League flags blowing towards, don't come on the angle, but towards Lake Worth Road. And as we said, remember this field does run east and west. Just to the north there is Field 3 here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Nice shot on goal by Pedro. And that ball goes just wide. So shutting them down quick here, not being able to get past center field on their knock-ins.
Standing very deep, as you said, standing very deep indeed. And they need to be careful on that because, quite honestly, that makes them very vulnerable. But then again, you can see, look, they've got to allow at least 30 yards distance. Again, look at that. Again, the 2nd interception in a row now. You would have thought that Crowder might have not played it down that side. Now then, can Javajol capitalize on this? Nice little turnaround, picked up on the near side by Erskine. But Esteban Ferrari, he saw something there which resulted in another whistle.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah, they come together right there.
T-bone.
And I guess when they, but who hit who was the thing. Was one player come, here's there, they're going to take a look at this one because, when you look at it, you never know. You never want one player turns. Did one player turn into the others? You see?
Yeah.
Which way, what direction was the ball going? The ball going up and down the field. And maybe we could take a look at that one more time. Take a look at that while the umpires are here. We'll take a look at the regular play. As they came down. Here it is for you. See that ball? Right there. The ball still looked like it was coming that direction. And sometimes when the balls still come that direction, the player riding down the line, if a player turns off of it. So, okay, yeah, so you see it is. Like, there you go. So the ball was going one way. Yeah. Yeah, the line of the ball was going up and down the field. It's never moved, so a player came across, but we had one umpire on one side, one on the other, so they're going to go ahead and bowl this in. But, just kind of a weird play, but they'll go for the bowl in here. But it just looked like kind of the ball was going straight down the field. Remember, if you don't move the ball, then the old line, remember when the ball stops, Janice, the old line.
Yep.
And if a player does turn across it, then the player coming down the line does have the right of way, but we go with the bowl in there. as two umpires on the field just disagreeing on the call. So they went with the bowling. And this ball will go outside, change of possession, a cop on the pitch. Ooh, Sugar had a piece of that one. Picked up by Santiago.
Javajol, now then, can he feed that ball up to Evan White? He gets a challenge from Joseph Schwartz. Trying to control that ball. Good stick work here from the one goaler. Trying to find a little gap, and he's found a little gap. Now then, will he run it? Yeah, slight bouncing ball there. A little bit unlucky, but in comes Sugar. Erskine, he will open things up nicely here. Gets it over that halfway line. Erskine, will he go for the cut shot? Looks like he's going to tee it up first. Still Erskine. Now the shot with a very, very cute angle on that goal mouth. Tries to keep it in play. Joseph Schwartz also. But as you can see right there, maybe 3 or 4 inches over the back line.
Yeah, they get the offensive attack, though, and that's one thing that Quinon's done very well. When they get their offensive attack, they have been going coast to coast, either getting it through the goal or over the end line, so finishing plays on the knock-in. They're going to go ahead and hold them up here for a moment. So Falabella will get a re-hit. Pedro must have had a timeout there just to make sure everybody's okay. Looks like everybody is okay, so they'll go for a re-hit, and it'll be Falabella.
Taps it in once, taps it in twice. You see turning his shoulder there. He knew that was a big hit coming. Sugar Erskine, Crowder.
Nice ride-off.
Yeah, very nice ride-off. Joseph Schwartz already looking over his shoulder, fakes the backhand, runs into some traffic there. Told to leave it. Erskine with a chip shot out to the left. Did not get a clean piece of that. Now then, what will Joseph do here? Picks it up on the near side. Wasn't able to control it. Evan White coming in. Once again, Crowder. Looking for a little way out there in those that little cluster of Polo players. Erskine. But only as far as the number 4. And that is Pedro Falabella. Ball goes over the back line. Now then, will we have another knock-in? The clock, of course, is ticking down. And as I thought, they're just going to run out of time. So 2-1 in favor of Novo Polo, which has put them up in the lead by 4-3. We'll let the players go for a quick pony change. It's just a short break, and they will be back for Chukker number 3. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chukker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
At the time the taqueria began in 1975, our goals were simple: to provide service, which we did fieldside with our first trailer, quality, and those hard-to-find polo specialty items. We searched the globe to bring back the best equipment possible for polo players by polo players.
Okay, we're live from Field 3, and I have an announcement for everybody here at the field. Everybody, if you listen at the field here, we have an announcement. Everyone that's watching the game at the field, we're going to need you to move your vehicle, your car, after the game, immediately after the game, just to help us out. We do have a 4 p.m. World Polo League game that will be played on Field 3, and as the field directly behind the cars that are sitting at the field today that are watching this game on Field 4. So we do appreciate that everybody, we will remind you again in the fifth chucker. But everybody at the field today, we do appreciate everyone just going ahead and after the game, moving to the sides of Field 3 so that we can prepare for our 4 p.m. game, World Polo League game. And that game's going to be between Casablanca and Brookshire. So you can stay around and you'll get a 26-goal game. 12 goals, to 26 goals.
Yeah, looking forward to that very much this afternoon. As you were saying, Dale, that'll be on your screens here at CTV Sports, and only on CTV Sports, of course, at 4 p.m. local Grand Champions Polo Club time.
Okay, so here we go. We got the two boys right here, Falabella and Javajol, and the gray horse. A lot of gray horse on the field here in this third chucker. Very tight game, 4-3. Both teams moving ball very well. Open game. Speed is very, very good. You know, this is, as I said, this is I believe our third, right? 12 goal.
Yep.
Yeah, and our first one, 12 goals was windswept. They won the first 12 goal, the limited edition 12 goal, with Harris Reicher, Rufy Merlos, Tincho Merlos, and Baldo Palomea. I talked to Tincho last night about that. He said that he was funny. He was Rufino, his son. He said, I said, your horse looked very well for the World Polo League. He said, well, I took some of Rufy's horses. Back is funny. He said his son was gathering up all the horses from him, but the Merlos family. So Tincho playing for the Richard Mill team. All right, here we go on this play. It's a right-of-way violation, and you can see that ball was going down the field like that. You had a player come across like that, right in front, and the man following the ball always has a right-of-way over a player moving towards the ball, so Beijing needs a little more space there.
Yeah.
Keep the window a little more open, Sierra. But a nice attempt to get there. Here comes Sierra also.
Yeah,
He'll leave it for Falabella.
Falabella will try and pick it up on the near side. Couldn't make a clean contact. Joseph Schwartz looking for a shot. There it comes, but he needs to get past Evan White. Left it now for Javajol. And look at this, Belgian Sierra once again on the move, backing up Pedro Falabella. This looks like a pretty clear run to goal here. Crowder can just watch. You could call that a bit of a Kodak moment, and there it is, goal number 1, believe it or not. The first goal here for Pedro Falabella.
Well, that's why he turned it in. They had the 5 he started with for the Credon Z team, and then Novo just won the defense and turned it right into offense, and they rotate so well, man. When you get Falabella now wearing 4 running through, great pickup here on the gray mare. She stays right in there with them, nice and easy, no problem. Pedro Falabella played a lot of pole this season.
5 goals to 3, Dale. Looks like Novo Polo are starting to sort of run away with things here. They won the throw-in once again. This time it'll be Javajol on the boards. He's got Crowder breathing down his neck. Just wants to get the ball away from the boards and take that shot. Not quite hitting it cleanly. Intercepted by the number 4. I beg your pardon, by the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Picked up now by Evan White. And, it's still there. Zeidler trying to reach and get that ball. Bit too far away to come out and actually make any contact. So once again, quite on Z now. Have possession. There is a long drop ball looking for Crowder, but Falabella won't give him so much as a chance of taking a shot on goal. Now Javajol up against Joseph Schwartz. Left behind. Schwartz going in for the ride-off. And here's a cracking goal by Javajol. And Javajol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He hit that so cleanly. Figured it was going to go. Keep an eye on number 3. Right here, watch this. Just one-timer. and he just hits that perfect. And that just shows you how far you can hit a polo ball. This is a 400 or 500 pound animal running a good 25, 30 miles an hour. Timing is perfect. Great follow through. Sensational goal.
As I said, started to cruise away with things at the moment. 2-1 in that last chukker went in favour of Novo Polo. It was 2 at the first, and now they're already up by 2 here in the final chukker of the first half. Little over 4 minutes left on the clock. Quite on seat with the number 3, Sugar Erskine. Yeah, that was a little bit too far out for Zeidler. Coming back to pick up that loose ball, Bella. And cleared by Evan White.
Moving the ball well, and this is what they've been doing, the Novo team, as it makes sense. You have number 4 going forward. So even Evan, they're using that outlet pass very well today. You notice that they're not waiting around. If they either have Beijing out there where they hit him the ball, or somebody's pulling the team, but they are moving the ball well. Erskine on the move.
A little unlucky, topped that ball, Joseph Schwartz. Nicely played. This is where you were talking about hours in the saddle, but this is where, which is, I was always told, the stick and balling, getting the experience and a couple of notches in your belt. Stick and balling is definitely the best way to learn this game.
The what?
Stick and balling.
Yes, for sure. And don't be afraid to stick a ball at speed is what it is. Because you can go out there and stick a ball all day long and also shoot at a goal. Don't just go out there and hit the ball, but actually shoot at a hat, shoot at a goal, shoot at something. We do that at the polo school all the time with our students. And that is a big part of raising your level. You can go out have fun, and go out for a daily cruise and just go hit the ball and warm up. But if you want to get better, you need to go out and stick a ball at speed, and you only stick a ball shooting at another goal. We'll get a courtesy change here. It'll stay at 6-3. And at the moment, it went 4-3 when we started out. Just 2 nice goals by Novo, and but moving the ball well, using all 4 players with Brigitte, Evans, Santiago, and Pedro. Unselfish polo by Novo at the moment.
Indeed, it is. Now, you mentioned earlier, Dale, that Grand Champions Polo Club is not only the nation's largest polo club, it is this year celebrating its 16th anniversary, as is, of course, also Santa Rita Polo Farm, the largest and most unique private 102-acre polo facility in Wellington with 212 stalls, 9 self-contained barns, 2 tracks, 5 climate-controlled tack rooms, a vet room, of course, staff quarters, guest house, and 4 polo fields, which are all state-of-the-art and have underground irrigation, and, of course, a short work arena. The club has 13 well-manufactured fields, including 9 top-class fields at Grand Champions Polo Club and, of course, Santa Rita.
Beautiful place. Amazing. And a lot of the commercials you see there when we saw the commercials, as you'll get some great shots of the Santa Rita Polo Farm. He said our first tournament was won by Winslow. Our second 12 goals won by Dundas. And it was the 33rd annual Sieber Memorial. 3rd consecutive year, Dundas. It was Mickey, Navidia Estrada, Mia Cambiaso, Roberta Zeta, and Geronimo Obregon. And they beat Senfest Excalibur. And last night, Yan, I was actually talking with George and Brenda DuPont, who run the Museum of Hall of Fame. We're talking about the Sieber Memorial. And we actually played with Juan Bellini and Melissa Ganzi and the Cobra,
right?
Mark Ganzi, when they were starting to play. And we played the Sieber at the Royal Palm Polo Cup. And if you remember, that was one of the last tournaments for it to be played before he was picked up here. And it was a memorable tournament for us because we were in that game and we were down by 6 goals in the 6th chukker and tied the game and won in overtime.
Wow, well done.
And George brought it up, and I couldn't remember if it was the Sieber, and Melissa had mentioned, it was the Sieber Memorial, so it was just great. And that's a big tournament here, the Memorial. It's great seeing the family out here again. representing the Sieber family.
Indeed it is, and with 2:11 on the clock, a quick penalty from the spot, a 5A taken by the number 4, Pedro Falabella. Now, if you've just joined us, you will see that Novo Polo doing a very, very good job here in the first half. Remember, after this chukker, we will be bringing you the mid-chukker or the mid-game stats. Remember, they will also come after chukker number 6 with the final match stats. A little backhander there from Falabella to Javajol, but Crowder got in between the two of them, or in between that pass. Again, picks it up nicely on the near side. Crowder trying to send a long ball downfield. Zeidler waiting in vain, but Crowder working very hard. There's a little snapshot. Crowder around the outside of Evan Jr. Trying to just steer that one in front of goal. Zeidler, oh, she was just on the turn. Had she not turned so quickly, she might have gotten a piece of that. So again, good defending here by Novo Polo.
Yeah, they've been great inside the 60. So instead, Erskine, get him going forward here. Sugar's been the goal scorer today for Quaidon Z. Looks like he's going to get another one here. Good ball control. Sugar, yeah, this gets this awesome ball control. We've seen him running and gunning score, but now look at he gets it in between two very tough defenders in Javajol and Falabella, and Sugar with a nice little soft touch there. Again, Lesia in her spot. Got to keep an eye on her. And good rotation here. If you're looking behind, Crowder, look, he's got his man out. And then you have Joseph in the back there. So a huge goal here right at the end of the chukker. And that'll send us in to our halftime. So keep it a 2-goal difference, but always a breath of fresh air when you leave the field with a goal like that. Here we go, 6-4. Shots on goal. I figure a few more here by Novo early on. 11-7. When Quaidon Z goes a goal, they've been going very well. Moisi, look at the percentages. 3 knock-ins for Novo, so better shooting by the Quaidon Z team, but more shots by Novo, so the 5 is going to lean their way. Throw-in, 6-5, very close. Fouls committed. It's been a clean one, 2-1, and you can't ask for more than that, especially in a good polo game like this. Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4. We're going to go to a little halftime break, and we'll be back here for your second half of the 2023 Top Pony 12 Goal.
Number 1 leading his team as always. They call him the Cobra. Give it up for Mr. Mark Ganzi. Then at number 2, our second 10-goaler of this match. Give it up for Hedda Castagnola, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3, there is only one man that can, and that is Mr. Nick Roldan. There he is. And at number 4, all the way from the Great White North from Canada, please give it up for the one and only Mr. Fred Mannix.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. It's very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I feel like it's home. We've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. It's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Welcome back, everybody. This is CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Eric Frank.
And, back at Field 4. And as our 2 mount officials, we have Roddy Matthews from the UK in the pink jersey today, and Esteban Ferrari from Argentina in the yellow and white. And doing a great job here. A very clean game. Not many fouls.
No.
Early on. It started out 2-2 after the first chucker, 2 goals by Erskine, and at full speed, keeping the pace up. And that was great for Quite on Z. And we had 2 by Santiago Javajol. He had a penalty 2 and a 1 from the field. The Novo Polo team today playing with Ajit Sierra, Evan White, Santiago Javajol, and Pedro Falabella. Their 11-goal team against Alessia Zeidler, Joseph Schwartz, Sugar Erskine, and Jason Crowder. And they are an 11-goal team also. So they played on the flat. And a good shot of our 2 mount officials. Esteban, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you right there. There you go. Giving us a wave. Hey, and there's Roddy Matthews. Good to see you guys. Great job. And working very well together. And our team of umpires, international umpires, here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club, bringing umpires all over. We work for UK, Argentina. We've had umpires from Australia, umpires from New Zealand, all over.
We've had an umpire from the CTV Sports studio who's sometimes sitting next to me and sometimes out there on the field.
Yeah, I work with the umpire crew too, and I enjoy that part, working with Steve Lane, our head manager, polo manager, umpire manager, and also working as our third man IRO/IRO. And in real-time technology put together here at CTV Sports. And when we talk about that, it's just getting the live stream in real time at the field and with no delays. And that's a technology that CTV Sports, our executive producer Mike Ferrer and Melissa Gansey have been working on, and they got dialed in. So Steve Lane is at the field, and he's in his own van setup, keeping everything organized, and got iPads there, and he can look at it. If they need any help, they can come to the studios. Steve usually has everything under control out there by himself.
And I know that when he needs a refreshment, I know where his new favorite hangout is now, especially at lunchtime. He goes down to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, he does go to Buffalo Wild Wings, does he? Yeah, where you can actually watch all his replays.
Exactly.
There. He actually told me he watches the replays, the plays that he saw, and has a burger, has some wings.
I heard there's talk they're going to give him a little booth in there as well, Rick.
They said he has lemonade with his wings. And so that's cool. But if you get a chance, going down to Buffalo Wild Wings, and you'll be able to watch the games there. Also in the studios where Day upstairs, we have we have Gavin producing the show inside the studio. People don't see that. No. And then we have Jordan working on the replay, and then he has the ability to run everything back. So Steve can see the plays over and over. Yan, you have the ability to check it out here in the studios also. And we've been bringing in pro players when you're at the field. So when you do have Yan and Frank at the field, we do have pro players on here at the studio, and they've been enjoying that. I hope you've been enjoying the broadcast with our professional players. They've been enjoying themselves. Great feedback last night at our World Polo League, the World Polo League party at the Century Polo Farm. And it was a lot of fun, but it was great to hear the feedback from the pro players, Yan, that have been in. Look at this. Quick goal right out of the bowling here. And they get running here. Erskine, and look at Sugarman. He scored at the end of the third. Now he picks up right away in the fourth.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected. Sugar Erskine, another gentleman, both on and off the field. You know, I've never actually experienced him in a bad mood. He's always polite. He's always friendly. He's an incredibly nice demeanor about him. Always will give you more than the time of day if you have a question. And I remember last year his boys are out there as well. We gave them a shout-out, made their day. And, of course, if we can give you, your polo club, a shout-out, please drop us a line here at CTV Sports. Happy to always give other polo clubs and up-and-coming players a little mention here whilst we're on there. Now, back to the action we go. And, well, I've got to say, Dale, so far this game has been an absolutely cracking first game of the Top Pony 12-goal. A very warm welcome and a good afternoon. If you've just joined us, you're right in time to at least catch the majority or most of the second half as Joseph Schwartz here takes a little backhand shot. And there you see, what we at least can see, the foul on our replay as to what happened there.
Yeah, this ball gets deflected off, and Jason coming across, he needs to get across a little bit further there as his horse was still across the right-of-way. Tried to steal that ball and move downfield with it. That ball was just around 60, so you're going to get an open goal penalty. Looks like Crowder's gone to his goal-scoring helmet.
Yeah,
so we'll see if that...
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
Yeah, he made the switch. 4 goals scored by Erskine and 1 by Joseph to get their 5 goals. Here comes Pedro Falabella with the open goal penalty 3. Ooh.
Did that go and sneak in on the inside or not? Remember, the mounted officials can always overrule the decision of the goal judge. Looks like they're on the same page here, just wide, but only very, very slightly wide, and that means a knock-in, of course, here now for the number 4 with his new helmet, or his different helmet, shall I say, Mr. Jason Crowder.
Yeah, they're going to dodge a bullet here because remember I told you Falabella very strong from the parent line. He actually put Novo in the finals of the last 12 goal on the shootout, and he won the shootout. He was the first player to make all of his shots from the 40 and from the 60, so a very keen penalty shooter. So here, look at this, Alessia Zeiler, well done, good pickup, and she keeps it out in front. Beijing Sierra, she comes from right to left there, took it back to the inside, left it on the 40, and it'll be Crowder.
And he will send it back to where it came from, but it's going to be intercepted nicely here by Javajol. Javajol couldn't control it. Falabella, luckily, of course, reading the play. Oh, and he gets the hook from Crowder. Crowder clearly with his his hooking helmet, shall we call it, because he's now in a position to take a shot to goal. Yeah, he should have maybe taken that split second longer. So once again, Falabella will pick it up just before it went through, because also Zeidler was there. She would have just steered that one in. So dodging a big, big bullet here now then on the move over on the far side. Quickly, Javajol, and that was a good move by Joseph Schwartz. Getting out of the way, a player come charging down the line. No whistle. Good call here by the two mounted officials. Play continues, and we're coming up to 4.5 minutes here in Chukka number 4.
Yeah, a lot of action here in the fourth as they are all moving very quickly around the pole field. They came out of the tents. Crowder going to lay one down, or does it? Will make it out to Leslie? I think so. That's a good pass. Zeidler now with an opportunity. Ooh, nice try, Leslie, right just off to the outside, but great pickup.
Yeah.
The first pass, not an easy one to pick up when she was moving from left to right. And just goes off to the outside. Knocking coming. It'll be Pedro.
Falabella to the left, looking for Evan White. A little bit of a trip, but able to correct himself. Good pickup now then on another beautiful grey mare. Good correction once again. Can he get past Crowder? Well, Crowder and Erskine there making up a nice two-man line of defence, but it's picked up by Falabella over on the far side. 3.5 minutes left to play here in Chukka number 4. Just one goal in it, and only one goal so far scored here in Chukka number 4. And then, as you remember, early on came from Mr. Erskine. And again, nice bit of defending play there on the line, and a little touch will go over. Now, who got the final touch? Was it Crowder or
Sierra, I believe.
Who?
I think Sierra. Sugar tried to take it out and watch.
Yep, there it is.
The G right there. Bounces it off the pony, gets the finish, gets his third goal of the day.
Well, he will be very happy with that, especially that very first goal. That first goal for me was probably a contender for goal of the month.
I agree. That was a snap at full speed to make the belly shot like that, and at the far post, cleanly hit, and he actually hit it with the inside of his hand, not the backside.
Yeah.
So he put it in perfectly, executed it at a high level. Not easy to make that shot at speed.
Absolutely.
You see it happen sometimes at slower paces, but no problem. Good look at everybody changing horses once again, quickly, as we have our end zone cameras down there. Taking a good look at them and all the trainers out there. Big shout out to all the trainers and grooms that take care of all the four-legged athletes. Big part of the game of polo. So much work goes into preparing these amazing horses for a chucker and polo. And you can't do it. I got to win off the field to win on.
Absolutely. And on that note, a reminder, of course, that all good things come in threes. We have our high goal match, the Palm Beach Open. Action continues this afternoon here on CTV Sports with Brookshire coming in to play Casablanca. Casablanca, obviously, with a 2-0. They took care of business beating Audi, and they also beat Santa Rita Trenquelauken. Brookshire, not quite the same. They lost to Santa Rita Trenquelauken, and they also lost to Audi with an 0-2. So that will be on your screen. So high goal polo, right and only right here on CTV Sports. Make sure you don't miss the action coming on your screens at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We just saw Grant Gansey and Tato Bleeding. They stopped by the studios here to drop in and give us a big hello. And actually, Casa in the final. They've made it there. Just the way the standings went out, it was very competitive. Bracket 1. We'll go through that during the game, and so make sure you tune into that. Here you go. Going to be Javajol to come out of the bowl-in, and he has come, like a rocket ship, I was saying. He was off to the races. Falabella will fall in there on the loose ball. Tries to take it to the right of Crowder. He'll go for the next shot.
And gets, he got lucky. But that was the shot. There was a slight little deflection on that play, but he just took his time around the outside of Crowder, getting closer and closer. There is that shot, and he
no bad luck as Sugar was in a good spot. Playing, you can see Sugar right there, the number 3. He knew that he had to stay in there. Watch him slow down. Look at that mare get on her haunches, turn around quickly for him, And actually, he was reading. Now, that's a good read by Sugar. He was reading. He was going to go for the other post. Falabella dropped it in behind him.
Ball back in play, picked up very quickly by Javajol. Once again, a 3-goal cushion has been created. They've won the throw-in, but, they have. With the support there of Falabella, they find themselves very deep in the field, now down the field in the half of Quite on Z. Crowder gets a piece of it, clears it, and that's a perfect pickup now here by Sugar Erskine. But can he get round the outside of Pedro Falabella?
Well, you're going to drop the hammer here, and it's where Sugar's at his greatest, at speed. He'll leave that one behind. And who's next? Javajol. Spinning around quickly there. You can have a non-call based on the spacing. Now look at Falabella going forward here. Big ball probably looking for Sierra one more time. Good positioning, though, by Zeiler. Well done, Alessia. And she'll leave it in there controlled by Sugarman.
And he's now got time to allow his attackers to regroup. There is the pass, a little bit short. Once again, intercepted. We have a whistle.
Yeah, you get a right-of-way violation here, reaching. Crowder's going to get around quickly here. Sugar, he hits a little bit light on this, but a good read by Jason. He turns around quickly right there. You can see where Jason rode this way with it, and Javajol took off that way. So that's where you catch them on the right-of-way violation. They'll drop it from the spot. To say that last play when Sugar broke loose, a great hook by Alessia Zeiler on Sierra to get that offense into defense. Good rotation by both teams here. Going forward, Evan, and if they can get out to him, Santiago's going to hit one to the far left side. Evan comes from left to right on the little gray once, twice, and the shot on goal. Oh, bad luck, but a good attempt.
Yeah, very good attempt. And not only he read the play, he was where he needed to be. Very, very unlucky there for Evan White, who is the only player yet in Novo Polo who hasn't yet scored.
All right, so that'll end our 4 chucker play. So with the flags flying there on field 4, we'll be back for our 5th chucker play.
Happy to be back in town playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're gonna start the season a full power horse.
I'm just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pérez.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pérez.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
We're back at the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4 for our 5th checker. Once again, I just want to remind everybody at the field, at the polo field today, watching our game. Immediately after the game, we're just asking everyone if you could move your cars to the sides of field 3. That's a field just to the north of all the cars that are parked out here on field 4. We do have a 4 p.m. game that will be played in the World Polo League. So just a reminder to all the fans that are at the field day, thank you again for coming out to the Grand Champions Polo Club and watching our 2023 Top Pony 12 goal But just a reminder that we need all the cars moved immediately after the game, so because we have a lot of horses that are going to be moving around, players are going to be warming up, and you can move right to the sides. I would suggest probably the west side of Field 3 will be your best viewing based on the sun going down here in our later game, so you'll have a great opportunity to see a very, very top World Polo League Palm Beach Open game against Casablanca and Brookshire at 4 p.m. So thank you again, everybody at the field, for helping us out with that. And looks like we're going to start with a knock-in here for Quite on Z. It'll be Jason Crowder.
And they've got quite a bit of work to do. They're currently down by 3 goals. We're in the penultimate chukker. There's that pass out to the right-hand side. Would like to see... she's gotten... a lot more touches here in this second half. Well played, Alessia, but I would like to see this man get a bit more involved. Joseph Schwartz, we saw a lot more of him, I think, in that first chukker.
Yeah, first half he was a little more active. He might be busy working here. This man has been busy today and playing very well. Sierra, one more. Inside, keep it on the field. That ball's going to go right across the doorstep. Oh, good play by Erskine. He stayed on white to give Crowder the opportunity to take it out of there.
Yeah, nice play. Very nice play there, Baljit Sierra. As, like I said, with a hat-trick already on his to his
lane. For that ball's rolling off the field. He had a back hit with an open with some spin. And right here, you're going to go ahead and get the reaching call. And remember, you're looking for that play. The umpire's looking for that ball to pass Pedro's boot.
Yep.
If it passes his boot, then it gives him the ability to take it forward. In this case, kind of reaching back behind the boot. You have a player within 2 strides coming in, so you get the right-of-way violation on the reaching.
Good call.
Move it to 5B in the center of the field. Crowder.
Sends it out to the left-hand side. Baljit trying to send it back. So those two working very well together or against each other, Sierra and Zeidler. Now then, Javajol taking the pace out a little bit, finds a little opening, takes it around the backside of everyone standing there. He's got plenty of play space to maneuver. Crowder putting his stick down, but now did Crowder get caught with his hand in the cookie jar, I wonder?
He's always coming over to make a play on that ball if he just gets stuck. We're getting drone footage here. Jason comes from the right to left. Yeah, he gets over the top of the ball right there. Just a little bit too close for comfort. And good sportsmanship there by Santiago Zavajol to pull out of that play. Then he made contact. Jason was coming over from the right to left, making a near side play. Clean play if he stays on his side, but falling over the top of the ball. Passing center field. And I don't think there was anybody forward now. If Sierra was forward, Bowder was forward, they'll move it up. But Dan Alessia has been great. She's been back taking her man. So she's been in her spot all day long.
No,
she's not missed a playback. Yeah, so they're probably going to go with the 60 here. Yeah, they're going to move it to the penalty 4.
And to do the honors will be Santiago Santi Javajol for Novo Polo. Yeah, didn't quite get his mallet head underneath that, but those, oh, look at that, a little cheeky backhand.
Well, there's another shot for his Arsenal. Did he need another belly shot?
No, it was an inside backhand.
I know, but I don't know if it goes between the horse's legs or behind, but this could be, I'll do it one more time. Sierra, watch, he blocks this ball. Santi doesn't hit exactly where he wants it, but watch, Sierra, right there on the goalpost, comes off his horse's leg, and he goes to the belly again.
Wow.
Right? Am I right or wrong?
I think you are.
I think he 2 belly shots in one game. And well done. 4th goal of the day for Baljit Sierra. Great concentration down there in front of goal.
So, 1 away from going into double figures, and that could come any second now. There's a little backhand flick shot. In comes Erskine. trying to turn it around, wants to capitalize on the fact of where that team is. Has it stolen by Javajol. Javajol will open things up nicely over on the far side, and off away he goes. Erskine going back, anticipating another one of those attacks coming in from Novo Polo. Crowder leaves it for Schwartz. Here we go then. Joseph Schwartz. Good second touch. In comes the first challenger, and that was Evan White. Schwartz just biding his time. Just a little flick. He knows it's his right of way. Now then, Crowder hammers a ball deep down into the red zone. It goes through, and that could be an easy pick-up here for Sugar Erskine, and it is. No mistake whatsoever. Goal number 5 for Stewart.
Yeah, they sneaked out through, and that'll keep on 3. Nice try there by Pedro. A little bit of a risky play, but he went for it. If he does get that play, he is off to the races. Watch Pedro go from right to left here. He knew he had Sugar there. Yeah, and I figured he thought he had a pumpkin there, and he would have been off. Oh, you got Alessia down there. She's blocking down there. Santiago tries to come in and save it, but Sugar gets a little bit, game of inches, gets it out in front of him, and that'll take us to our courtesy change here in the 5th chukker. Talk about the Polo School. Polo School is in effect, and classes are being held. So if you want to learn how to play the game of polo, the Polo School, now located at the former Polo Express facility. If you remember, that's right across the street from Santa Rita. And at the moment, they have a lot of construction on. They're building new barns. Beautiful. I can't wait till it's finished. And it operates in Wellington January through May and September through November. It's a standalone USPA sanctioned polo club, the Polo School. And it's thriving. It's dedicated teaching pole to all ages. We teach riding also, so if you don't know how to ride, no problem. We'll teach you how to ride. And we teach all levels. We also work with pro players on penalties, things like that. And we have all kinds of different people coming in, from kids to adults, young ladies, young gentlemen coming to play. And it's a lot of fun and very safe, CHA certified instructors, which is very important. Safety always first at the Grand Champions Polo Club and the Aspen Valley Polo Club, where the Polo School is in session from July through September. So if you want it, and then also you can learn about the Polo on Demand program. And all you want to do is go to gcpolo.com, and you see Director of Operations Juan Bellini, his number's on there, and our General Manager, Cale Newman, his number is on there. So you can call those two individuals, and they'll set you up with a polo lesson and also ask them about Polo on Demand.
Yeah, a very, very unique program, the Polo on Demand, as you can literally demand whatever kind of polo you want. But let's go back to this play here that we're just having another look at on our screens.
Ball bounced off a pony and actually went across the field. Sugar trying to get out of there full speed, and he dropped the hammer to try to get out as quick as possible, but he had a player coming across. I had the opportunity to talk to the Limehouse group, Limehouse Properties. They are involved in the Polo on Demand program. In the 6th goal, Brad Limehouse, his brother Chip and his brother Brad and Chip's daughter Liza, and they were thrilled with the program. And they're a group who own their own polo ponies. They play in South Carolina, but they wanted to come play in the winter and check out the Polo on Demand program. And they were thrilled on how it's been working out. So it's great to see that. Happy customers.
That ball just going out of bounds there on the left-hand side. The shot from Santiago Javajol. So we will have a knock-in once again for Kwaiton Z. Well, they still have quite a bit of work to do, Dale. 9-6 at the moment. Novo Polo in the lead. And only a little over 3 minutes left to play. Now, that is still plenty of time. And, of course, we've got the 6th and final chukker coming up right after. But at the moment, it is 1 goal apiece here in this, the 5th chukker. Crowder sends that one out to the left-hand side. And it's going to be picked up, first of all, by Pedro Falabella, who will send it back down the boards. He's found his number 3. Javajol goes for the under. The next shot, a deflection coming off the pony there by the number 4 by Jason Crowder, Secretary of Defense. You might want to call him that. Now, Novo Polo again. Yeah. No call by the, no whistle by the umpires. He could be looking for goal number 4. There he is again on the move. Baljit Sierra. Not able to put that one through. And here we see Erskine. Sierra coming back. Well ridden, taking the man out, taking the man first, then the ball, but he's just keeping his head down. Good run and a good pickup by Erskine. Was hoping that Crowder might be the next man to pick up that ball, but look how quickly Novo Polo will turn defense into offense. Santiago Javajol will leave this one. He's in a better shooting position. Falabella back to his number 3. Ball is still very much alive. Erskine, not much you could have done there. There is the open backhand, and it just goes out of bounds. But again, power play here by Novo Polo.
Yeah, good riding there by Sierra again, not just on the offensive side, but
in the defense.
Very well. I love his horses. Very powerful. Going up against Crowder there to make that ride off and Sugar. Helping the team out on the defensive side of the stick, not just scoring for today, but getting involved in the defensive side. Along with Alessia, both of them working. I love to see the rotation. Into the corner they go. Joseph will work with the man. Give Crowder time to turn. He's going to send everybody forward here now. Jason with the big ball looking for Alessia out in front. And will he get there? Is gonna. The little bay pony could pick up here. Alessia just takes it over the 80. Now, it'll just skip over about a little bit there around the 60. But that's going to move it down the field. Pedro with the back shot. And he's going to find Santiago.
And he will be waiting for that ball to come off the boards. Remember, once the ball hits the boards, a new line is created. But he was right on top of that, so just waiting for the ricochet. Now then, here we go. Baljit Sierra. A little bit unlucky on that one. Tried to take it on the turn, on the bend. Left behind for Crowder. Crowder stops, turns, has a little look up. And initially, he's going to decide to run this one himself. Here comes the big pass. Well, the short pass, which was supposed to be a big pass. Top that one as well. Javajol will send it back. A little bit too short there for that player, Evan White. But in comes Falabella on a very, very fast pony. Falabella will try and center it a little bit. Go for the under the neck. A bouncing ball. Very unlucky. Ball is still in play. There is the backhander, Erskine. And this could be the reason for that whistle. Erskine had, after that miss hit, established himself on the line. That's how it looked from where I'm sitting. Dale, what do you think?
Yeah, you got to watch this ball. It's going to come down. Still rolling this way. Ball just coming across. Sugar rides it through. So that'll end our fifth chucker with a right-of-way violation. We'll start our sixth chucker with possession in favor of Quaidon Z. Stay with us. We'll be back for our sixth chucker play.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, have you tried it? I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the two top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
The Taqueria has all your polo needs, from the novice to the professional. We carry all of our equipment in multiple grades to fill a price point to suit the individual.
Welcome back, everybody, for our sixth chucker. Just a friendly reminder for all of our fans at the field side, once again, that we will be our sixth and final chucker, and we're just going to ask everybody to please move their vehicles after the game so we can prepare for our final game of the day, which will be the World Polo League. And, of course, if you'd like to stay and view the game, the west side of the field there on Field 3. Great place to watch as we have the tree line there. And it gives you some nice shady spots to watch the game from. And it will be televised on CTV Sports. So if you want to tune into that, but we want to thank everybody for just helping us out there on the sideline. And once again, thank you, everybody, for coming out to the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4, and watching our 2023 Top Pony 12 goal. Ian and I live from the CTV studios here in Wellington, Florida, but this is all what it's all about. 3-goal difference, possession in favor of Quiet on Z.
Well, they've got a whole chucker to turn things around here. Has he changed that helmet again? Or is that still the same one?
No, he's on the same one, but he told me he was going to get a third one for you.
Okay.
He said he was working it out. It's special, different helmets for different scenarios, depending on how he's feeling per game. But let's see what happens here. So it was, both teams scoring goals in every chucker. And you know, just one team. Alessio on umbrella to breakaway, picked up by Pedro. Falabella will turn the corner here with a 3-goal lead. Novo in the dark jerseys. Quiet on Z in the white jerseys today. And very clean game. It's been back and forth, up and down the field. Just a few more goals being scored by the Novo Polo team. Crowder controlling this one down the center of the field. Oh, just a little light for Leslie. A few times she's been out there, and it was just behind her. She's going to go ahead and get in the mix here on Santiago. Falabella helps him out. Joseph's going to rotate back to Falabella. That's going to give Santiago, and there Jason will come in now and apply the pressure. He's going to bounce off the pony here. Joseph has the right of way. He leaves it for Crowder. And Santiago, now a little bit of a sword fight here in the middle of the field. Jason has time. You're turning it. Everybody going forward. Looks like Sierra going back on defense now. That's where their rotation has worked well today. When you have, well done, Alessia picks this one up on the 60. She needs the next shot here. She's got it. Look for the finish. Zeidler right in front of goal, leaving it for Crowder, or leaving it for Joseph Schwartz, and well done. You got to give the credit where the credit is due. And Alessia Zeidler working it down. Here's her shot right here. Keeps out in front of Falabella. Pedro gets a piece of it, and then Joseph just comes in, and whoa.
Clinical.
Yeah, and good focus here, though, by Alessia. Like the bald-faced bay pony. She looked as she was trying to make a hook there to stop. And Joseph met that ball on the move. Look at that. It goes right there. Good job by our film crew there. As they went off the tripod. So picked up here now on the bowl-in. 2 goals down. Mucho tiempo, Jan Eric Frank. So they have a lot of time here. Round and round. Crowder goes, trying to get out of there. He's going to get out in front of White, and he's got Leslie one more time. Oh, no, so it's going to be Falabella down there. This ball might go on its own. Doesn't have the wheels. Whoa, taken off the doorstep by Falabella. But what a strike of the ball by Jason Crowder. Yeah. Shows you how hard he can hit the ball. I mean, that was from center field, wasn't it?
Yeah, more or less, and he's hungry. He wants more. He's come back to chase his ball, working very hard there on the board. He's got Jean more or less sitting on his lap, Javajol coming out on top. Wow, this is now really heating up here in the sixth and final chukker. Off they go. Once again, Javajol against the other number 3, Sugar Erskine. Everybody now over that halfway line ball as well. And the first man to that ball will be Evan White, taking a little bit of pace. Oh, well, we have a whistle. We have an interruption.
You know, I'm not sure it was the clock because it looked like 4:20 on the clock there as it clicked down. Hello, Aspen, Colorado. And I'm not sure. Yeah, something happened in the corner over there when Santiago. Okay, so we're going to make sure he's okay here. Jason looked all right. He's on his knees, so they'll make sure. Yeah. And it was weird. He had like they're going to look at this one. When Santiago Javajol and him came together over on the boards, something happened. I don't know if his own horse hit him or if.
Looks like it did. Yeah.
Maybe his own horse popped up or hit it, or maybe hit his knee or something. He's holding his leg here. He's holding his right leg. Oh, they got caught up there.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I don't know if it got caught up, but it's the right leg there. But watch when he gets caught up. So, yeah, Jason, he looks like he's in some pain. So make sure he's okay. Then we always have our medics on the scene there. And here's the replay. Keep an eye on number 3. Right there, they get caught up. Watch Jason's right leg. See how it got pulled forward there?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it pulled it out or if it twisted it a little bit, but you can see right there. Jason doesn't look like he's in good teamwork, good sportsmanship there. Santiago Javajol coming over to make sure Jason's okay. And, wow, what a shot he had. I wish that one would have went in.
Yeah, would have been nice.
I mean, here we go. These kind of interesting. So you had 2 players come together on a play, and then one player moving ahead. And must have caught Jason's leg and pulled his leg up, and because they're stretching him out there, so they'll make sure he's okay. Didn't look like there was any malice on the play.
No.
It looked like just 2 players coming together on a clean ride-off, and then a separation between 2 players. But you got to remember, they're running at 20, 25, 30 miles an hour. We clock horses at top speed at 36 miles an hour in Polo. So anything in between there, usually running 15 to 20 miles an hour. When you pull away from another player, sometimes you can catch them. And Jason, a very physical, athletic. So I guess Jason's not going to be able to finish here.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
So let's go through really quick. We'll go to a little commercial break, but let's run through before we go. We had 2-2 to start off here because this is a very close game when he comes in, and we still have time in this game. 4-3 after the second, Yan, and it was 2 goals by Sierra and 1 by Schwartz. And then we went halftime. We had 1 by Javajol, 1 by Falabella. That gave them 6. 1 by Erskine, made it 6-4. And then they came out in a very strong chukker by Novo as they got another goal by Sierra, another goal by Falabella, and only 1 by Erskine, made 8-5. And then the one in the 5th, I guess they're going to say Jason is going to play. We had 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, made us 9-6 after the 5th. So, and then you put you right in here now with a goal from Erskine, right?
Correct.
Yep. So they make
no, by Joseph Schwartz.
Oh, by Joseph. I'm sorry, Joseph. So 9-7, and a lot of time left. So this game is far from over.
Yeah, and I just looked at that footage again, Dale. It looked, and I could be wrong, but it looked like Jason got his leg caught in the leg of Javajol.
Okay. Yeah. So when he was pulling away.
Exactly.
Yeah. So remember, when you ride each other off, you're always trying to get the leg on the other person when you ride a player off. We talk about ride-offs, uneven ride-offs, where you're trying to be in the middle. Well, 9 times out of 10, your leg's either in front of a player or behind a player.
Exactly.
And very rarely are they right on even with each other on a ride-off. It does happen, but usually one's in front or behind. Sometimes when a player is behind and he pulls forward, it can be a little gut-wrenching at times. So, but they were thinking that Jason wasn't going to play, but now I've got word that he is going to play. So, okay, so stay with us. We're just going to go to a little commercial break. We're going to evaluate Jason. Make sure in 2 minutes we're going to come back and finish this sixth and final chugger. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Today's high temperature is 8 degrees above normal. Experts are warning that
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything I ever dreamed of.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
At the time the taqueria began in 1975, our goals were simple: to provide service, which we did fieldside with our first trailer, quality, and those hard-to-find Polo specialty items. We searched the globe to bring back the best equipment possible for Polo players by Polo players.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, here. And just a little update on Jason Crowder. Jason Crowder is okay. He's not going to finish, but he is in the tent. So that's good love, and a big shout-out to the family. I know his mom, dad, probably watching, sister, family members. So he is okay. He is in the tent. He is going to be replaced by Juan Bellini here with just over 4 minutes left.
Under.
Oh, just under 4 minutes.
3:42, I believe it was.
Oh, no. Was it? Yeah. Okay. Thought we were at 4:42. But, all right. So 3:42. So just 4:32.
Oh, it is 4:32.
Thought it was 4:32. So just over 4. We have 4:32 left. So a lot of time left in this game with a 2-goal difference. And Juan Bellini will come in. He knows the team very well. He knows Alessia very well, Zeidler. He's played with Joseph. And he knows the Sugar Man, so he will fill the spot. And well, the way they line up with Jason playing in the back, he can actually fill that number 4 position. Juan has been playing all season long, so he's very fit. He shouldn't have any problem there. He'll know the horses. He knows Jason's horses. Jason plays at the Aspen Valley Polo Club with us in the summertime, and so this should be a fit. But we just want to make sure we let you know that Jason, thank you again for your patience here, as safety always first at the Grand Canyon Polo Club, Aspen Valley Polo Club. And we have a lot of stuff going on. Our final remaining highlights here, and for 2023, we're doing the $50,000 National 12. We're at the finals coming up. Stage is set for that.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. We've got, like I said, we had the second semi-final earlier today, of course, and Drake, I forget the
Dracaris,
that's it. Dracaris, of course, waiting in that final, which, of course, will be scheduled. And as soon as we have that date, we will, of course, run that by you. But, of course, this afternoon, the action continues. Very much looking forward to that. And tomorrow, of course, Friday. Well, we'll come back to Friday in a moment. But this afternoon, Brookshire will take on Casablanca, who, as Dale said earlier, have already secured their spot in the final on Sunday. But as I said, tomorrow we have our second, our next game, which is a real semi-final, a dead end versus Kaya Polo. Now, Kaya Polo, of course, have really set the world on fire.
Huge game. You need to be ready for this one. 2 23-goal teams. One team is 2-0, the Kaya team. We have the dead end team at 1-1. And so the winner will go to the final, because whoever wins, they'll both be 2-1.
Correct.
And they'll go to who beat who. So it's a huge game in a 2-bracket setup, how the Palm Beach Open. But here we go. Back to the action. Bellini in the pink helmet, cancer survivor, always representing the colors. And as I said, Juan has been playing polo all season long. He's very fit. Saw him last night. He'll fit here. Let's see if they can do it. Joseph Schwartz going to keep it going here. Down by 2 goals. So it's a lot of time left in this one, and far from over. Joseph in the corner will slow it down. Evan comes up, tries to get the steal. Loose ball play, moved along by Falabella. Sugar's got time.
We'll send it across the field, playing it to himself. Very, very intelligent polo player, not just technically, of course, very solid at his handicap of 6, but also a very, very clever player in the mind, knows how to anticipate, knows where to be at what time, has a great sense of anticipation. Look, he's still got the ball in possession. Now he gets the ride-off coming in from the number 3. He's not happy with that ride-off.
Yeah, no, it's a clean ride-off, but you're getting a reaching foul here. It looked like Sugar pushes him across. And don't tell me if this ball, keep an eye on the ball if it's not to the right side of Sugar. Yeah, it's over on the right side. So Javazol's going to get caught reaching across to try to make that play. Remember, you're allowed to reach in the game of polo. You cannot reach in front of a polo pony, cannot reach underneath a polo pony, or you cannot reach behind.
No.
You need to be on the other side. So I think Javazol might have thought he won that ride-off and was going to win that ball, but that ball was on the outside, so a good call by the mountain officials here. Look at this. Opportunity to get this game within one, and by the time they get back to the center, it'll be just under 3 minutes left in the game. Sugar, boom, dead center. Here we go. We got a match
on our hands. So Sugar Erskine picking up his sixth goal of the game, and a very important goal it is indeed. And as you rightly said, Dale, 1 goal in it, 9 goals to 8. Novo Polo still in the lead. Now they will be eyeballing that scoreboard, of course. And I think the key word, once again, is possession, holding on to the ball. Santiago Javajol has done the first part of that equation, which is win the throw-in. And you can see how he's now just going to run that ball a little bit. There's the pass up to the front door. Now, don't be surprised if we see goal number 5 coming in from Baljet Sierra. A little bit unlucky there. But this is, of course, costing a lot of time. Down to 2.5 minutes. Still plenty of time left to play. Now let's see if Juan Bellini can make a difference here. Gets the ball underway with a knock-in, looking for Zeidler. Zeidler beaten to it. Once again, Novo Polo, they want to come in early. There's the backhand from Falabella. Looking for a black shirt. Bellini, now of course with all his experience. Yeah, a little bit of a two-man sword fight going on there. Evan White taking on the very experienced Juan Bellini, Schwartz. And we've seen a lot more of him now in the second half of the second half, if that makes any sense. And as a result of that, Joseph also picking up a very, very nice goal. Remember, he scored earlier in the game. He scored in chukker number 2 and has picked up one here in chukker number 6. Down to 1.5 minutes left to play.
Great steal here by Erskine. He's going to meet the pack. And look at this. He's got Alessia out in front. Does he use her? Oh, he's going to go down the left side. Oh, sure. He was like, oh, maybe a miss hit. But Joseph, now he's got to go in with Falabella. Alessia's there with Evan. And back to Pedro. So they have the outlet. What a pick. Steal by Sugar. I thought he might take it in, even though he went for the pass to Alessia. Still have time here with a minute. Big ball. Bellini's got to cover the back door here, and he's got a group to deal with. Evan White. There's the approach. Could put the frosting on the cake. And yes, he does. Great finish there by Evan. This had Evan playing sensational pole this season. Playing in everything also. Plays in the Locals, playing in the World Polo League. His father, senior and junior, splitting up on the team. Evan's been playing the last couple games. I'm not sure who's going to play on their game against Kaya, but Kevin or Evan Jr. has been playing. He had a hurt hand, and but he said he worked it out, so he's looking pretty well now. That's going to give him a 2-goal lead here as we click down to 18 seconds. So a good run here at the end by Quite on Z to make it competitive and having an opportunity actually to try to get the equalizer. Bellini, he's going to shoot one from way out on the side, just off to the left. Get the low flag, and the clock goes tick, tick, tick. So that'll end our game. I want to thank Juan Bellini for coming in and picking up here. We'll make sure Jason, like I said, he was in the tent. I'm not sure the extent of his injuries, but here's our final match stats. 10-8. Oh, look at the shots by Novo. That is a lot of shots. So they had a lot of true possessions today compared to 13. To have it this close. Yeah. And look at the knock-ins, though, by Quite on Z. 10 knock-ins. So Novo needs just to tighten that up a little bit, but once they do, they're going to be right around that 13-goal, 14-goal range as they are getting a huge amount of shots. Fouls committed 5-5, very clean by both teams. Only scored 1 and a lot of penalty 5. So there you go. Great stats there, Novo and Quite on Z. So, Jan, any final words here?
Well, it was a cracking, really, and I mean that, a cracking opening game here to the Top Pony 12 goal. I'll be very much looking forward. Remember, we've got 2 other teams in this tournament, of course. We've got Global Port and I keep stuck.
Dracarys.
Dracarys.
Yeah, remember Dracarys? Dracarys on the Game of Thrones in the House of Dragons. That's when the pilots of the dragons that rode the dragons, when they wanted to breathe fire, the command was Dracarys.
Right. I remember that.
Just some interesting facts for you there. And they can breathe some fire, that team, when they play. I love the name.
They can. So they're up against Global Port. That will be the next game in the top Tony 12 goal. But again, as I said earlier, remember this afternoon, Brookshire against Casablanca. Casablanca already as good. Well, they are through to the final, and that will be on your screens this afternoon at 4 p.m. So the third of our triple head. And then tomorrow morning, very much looking forward, 11 o'clock, Dale, Kaya Polo against Dead End.
Yeah, and then we go into the white party. It's a lot of fun. So for Jan, Eric, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, CTV Sports, we love the polo.